Hey Scorpios, welcome to your reading for the second half of September. I did already publish a Scorpio reading, but I felt it wasn't general enough to cover everybody who might be out there who needs a message, right? I mean, it's good if it resonates really well, but I want at least a few people to get a message, and because not everybody can afford a personal reading. So yeah, I'm choosing to do it again, Scorpios. You guys know I'm a Scorpios, and I'm a Scorpio, and as you're my tribe, I gotta do it for you guys. And you cross-watchers, you want those Scorpio readings for people you are cross-watching for. Six of Swords here, moving on. I mean, wow. If you're new, welcome. What a welcome, eh? I'm moving on. Please remember to subscribe so you get all the different types of videos I do each month. Let's see. And of course, I'll leave information regarding what decks of cards I use in the description box, along with how to contact me for personal readings. Choose wisely, Scorpio. That's the Seven of Cups there. Choose wisely. Maybe somebody moved on from you, made a choice. Maybe because they had a pick, they had a choice, right? So yeah, I feel like you're moving on here. You're like, okay, I've come to terms with, they've made their decision. I'm moving on. It's like walking through this door. What I actually see here is the Scorpio coming into the light, the Phoenix, if you like, having gone through the darkness there and the shadow. It's time to move on here, I feel. If you're a cross-watcher, it could be you like, I'm moving on from a Scorpio. Maybe they chose somebody else and they chose wrong or right. It doesn't matter. You're moving on from this now. By doing so, love can begin for you. You can have your pick of people here, Scorpio. You probably already knew that, right? That's the Ace of Cups there. Ace of Cups with Seven of Cups, 8 Cups. We see this walking away. We see this moving on. Tired of the confusion. I'm tired of the games. Pick wisely. Make your choice now or forever hold your peace. I'm gone. So if they don't choose at this moment you're leaving this behind and allowing new love to come into your life here, Scorpio. And it will. Ace of Cups, love begins. Let's see. What did I say I see on this card? This change, this death, this rebirth, this coming into the light, this transformation. Yes, with the death, there's endings and there's darkness, but it leads you to the light, to this change, transformation here. Let's see. It's like I'm putting an ending to whatever it is I'm waiting for, I'm doing, whatever's going on in this business or relationship, I'm leaving it behind. Enough's enough. I'm gone. I'm moving on, with or without you here. Two of Swords. Two of Swords, indecision. It's like you don't have all the answers. You don't know. You're leaving with confusion. You're like, I'm never going to get the answers, so I'm done here. I'm leaving. I can't stay in this place where somebody keeps me confused or keeps me wondering or keeps me as an option here. I'm moving on. And that's with the knowledge or without the knowledge, with you or without you. I'm gone. Look at this. Tired of waiting. Tired of waiting on somebody who's not moving. The Knight of Pentacles upright is slow, but this person is not moving. You're like, I haven't seen nothing from you. I'm confused here. I expected you to return, but they haven't. I expected different from you. No. So you're bringing about the ending to this waiting too. I feel the confusion, the misery here, the tiredness of this waiting for somebody who's not taking any action. This is why you're moving on. I'm choosing to love myself here. When a Scorpio cross watchers picks themselves because they've waited for you, they've put in everything they can, and then they're done. They'll move on. So it's not wise to try and play games with the Scorpio. I mean, they may tell themselves they don't have the answers, but they do. Right? The last video I posted, that I had to do another one, was nobody can lie to a Scorpio. If they do, or play these games, they're allowing them to. It's about accountability. And look what I said. Tired of waiting on somebody not moving? Boom, here comes love. Soon as you stop waiting, why are you waiting in the dark for something when you want the light? You're moving forward into this light now and maybe accepting a love offer. Maybe you was saying, no, I'm not open or ready for love, but telling, wanting love, but saying, no, I don't know if my ex is coming back, just as an example. So I'm going to wait for them. I'm going to wait to see if they change. I'm going to wait to see if they become a better person, start treating me better. But when this Scorpio's done, they don't need you to give them answers or anything like that. They won't be asking questions. They'll be done. And like I said, the message is always for the watcher. So this could be a cross watcher. Like, I'm done waiting for you. I'm going to allow other people in your spot. If you're going to get upset that now I've let somebody else in, that's your business. But I waited. You left me confused. You left me with challenges, not knowing. And that's the 7th house there. So that's a long-term relationship that left you confused because you've waited a long time for answers, or a long time for a return of somebody who didn't make any movements. So you're putting an end to the waiting and moving on. The Knight of Cups, somebody's there waiting. What are you talking about, me chase you? How about I sit down and you see everybody who's chasing me? How about that? You guys know I'm a Scorpio. And it is the Hierophant, card number 5. So this is your 5th house. The challenge was not finding somebody to love, but somebody you loved, right? But these challenges or obstacles taught you a lot. That's the Hierophant. There's something that taught you a lot. It's taught you a lot about yourself here. That maybe you will wait without any evidence. So I feel like that's faith, to be honest. You have faith in people that maybe even didn't deserve it. But it was all to teach you this lesson. All these obstacles in life are so you can become who you are today, much stronger. And we always know that one thing's for sure, right? Is change, transformation. The only obstacle for you was maybe your own self. You were standing in your own way maybe here for love to come into your life. Maybe something to do with a family, with that being your 5th house. But the 7s and 5s are challenges and obstacles in numerology. So you're moving on. You may have found through this difficulty and these challenges your service to humanity, because the moving on is the 6th house here, and the 1 being your house of yourself. You may have found yourself while searching for another, and you didn't even know you was lost, right? So you found yourself, you learned the lessons here and realized the answers was not with somebody else who considered you an option. 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, another 7, right? Spiritual challenges. Again, look, this card is usually, okay, we're waiting for somebody or something to happen. If you are waiting for somebody or something to happen, there's no movement. They're not moving anywhere. If they chose somebody else, they're with that other person at the moment. Doesn't mean you won't meet up with them again in your life. It just means right now they're not making any movement. And if you're in a relationship with a Scorpio and things are confusing and things like that, they might be considering moving on if they've been waiting for things to get better. I understand there has been good times here because look, her arms are full of this fruit that she's waiting to grow on this tree. So she has harvest from this tree, from this relationship. You have gained and learned from this relationship. But at this moment, the Seven of Pentacles is something that's not growing. It's not going anywhere. You can't go somewhere with somebody who's not moving, you know. Say, hey, shall we go out? And that person's not moving. You can't go somewhere with somebody who's not moving. Could be an earth sign or a water sign. Another Scorpio indicated here, and a Taurus as well. You can't, you know, grow something or anything without all the ingredients. If one person's doing all the work, it just falls down and ends up collapsing. So it doesn't matter how, there you go, doesn't matter how much of it you carry, how much of the burden you take, it will eventually fall down. So I guess this is what you're seeing. This is what your epiphany is. This is what's happening at the end of September. If you try to keep carrying the burden, the cycle will just end anyway. You're letting go of this burden now because you've realized this. This is an epiphany. How can I do anything? How can I love somebody who won't even let me love them? Doesn't mean there isn't love. That person could very well love you and you very well love them. But if they're putting nothing into you, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink, right? What can you do? You have to drop the burden here. You have to stop the death card. You have to move on. If they're meant to be with you with the Hierophant, then they'll catch you up. They'll say, hold on, nothing's growing here while I'm by myself or in this relationship. I need to drop this burden. And they'll move on with you as well. But you can't, look at this, you can't force somebody into something. You can't change somebody. It's hard enough when we go through these changes ourselves, right, Scorpio? And I mean, my chart is in the description box for you guys. You can see how much Scorpio I have in my chart. It's like, woof. 10 of Swords. The worst of it is over. That's the good news. The betrayal, the backstabbing, the talking behind you, the leaving you confused, choosing somebody else, it's behind you. Now, what we take from this experience should be the lesson, not the 10 swords. This is a lot of cycles coming to an end. It's coming to our solar return, so I'm not surprised. We're feeling tired, downtrodden. This, you can see here the sun up here in the card. It's coming to our solar return, so we're almost at the end of another year for, you know, when we're reaching our birthday here. So we're tired. We've been through the changes, the transformations, and the backstabbing and whatever 2020 had to offer us, right? It was crazy. It was somebody opened the Jumanji game and didn't tell us. But we can just take from this the experience, leave the swords on the ground, get up and heal, and not expect maybe even to be saved here. We might be expecting to be saved. I mean, you guys can take the worst of the worst. It doesn't mean you should. Just because you're so strong, people shouldn't always put stuff on your back, right? So it's time to let go of the burden, end the cycle, and move forward here. The good news about these 10s is what should come after for us is the aces. Ace of Swords, communicating, a breakthrough, you know, clarity, ascension, understanding, more wisdom gained, and opportunities with the Ace of Wands. Action, opportunity, somebody again being vocal and expressing themselves in a positive way, opportunities that shouldn't be missed. Look, if you put down all this stuff off the horse, I'm sure you would get to your destination, if it's love, a lot quicker. Your soulmate's coming in to meet you here, but look at you both. This love wants to begin for you, but you're trying to carry the weight of the world on your back and your soulmate's carrying roses. I mean, you want to look good when you get there, Scorpio. Drop all that stuff. Get off the horse. Give the horse some water. Do your hair. Your soulmate's almost here. Oh, dear. But yeah, I feel like just stop doing whatever it is you're doing that isn't working out for you. You may be always carrying the burden for everybody else because you can see, okay, I can see that maybe they're wrong, but I can understand them. That's the worst thing, isn't it? When you can understand somebody, but they don't understand you. But so you keep forgiving them. Like, I understand what they're going through here. Maybe they have issues from childhood or stuff like that. As I'm saying that, I just seen 8 of Swords. So maybe they have issues going on with them and I can see it. So I'm not going to put the blame on them. Well, in actual fact, you're just carrying the weight there. 6 of Cups, King of Swords, King of Wands. So it does seem like 2 people here. Maybe one from your past that you was waiting for. Is thinking about you, but all thinking does is indecision holds them back and they don't move. Leads to this. 5 of Swords, lose-lose situation, not taking action there. So what can you do? It actually becomes quite abusive, doesn't it? The King of Wands reverse, quite narcissistic, that the way they treating you and stop putting into you, and but you're putting into them. It's like draining you. It's abusive, leaving you confused and thinking without answers and ghosting, things like that. It's not nice. 2 of Wands here. So again, we can see, you know, no action, only indecision holding them back. They do see how much they've hurt you and how much they've put on you, but doesn't mean it's going to cause them to act or change right now. They need to go through this awakening. They've took the decision away from you by not acting. So what are you left with? 2 of Wands reverse. What are you left with? I have no choice but to move on. I have no choice. You may have felt at one time you have no choice but to keep waiting. For what? The Moon. It'll all be revealed to you. I feel like this is a time of awakenings, epiphanies for you. Things being revealed to you, lies being revealed to you. All sorts going on here, but that doesn't mean it's going to be all negative. It's going to be coming into the light, out of the dark into the light. As we can see here, the Moon is the light in the darkness, and it is your guide. Trust your intuition here. If somebody is letting you carry all the burden, keeps betraying you, why would you keep allowing them to, basically? They've took everything out of your hands. So what's left? Let love begin for you here. It seems like somebody who wants to be in this deep committed relationship with you doesn't get a chance because of all this mess that's in the way. This burden. Drop the burden. Good luck, guys.